Welcome to the Green Hat Local SEO Podcast, where Kyle Sabra delivers hard-hitting, actionable tips and strategies to help business owners dominate their local market and crush the competition. Kyle's no-holds-barred approach cuts through the noise of traditional SEO, focusing on battle-tested tactics that deliver real results. He's here to arm you with the tools you need to skyrocket your rankings, generate more leads, and grow your business online. If you're tired of hearing the same old SEO nonsense and want to learn the truth, this is the podcast for you. Get ready to put on your green hats and learn SEO secrets the other guys can't handle. Now, here's your host, Kyle Sabra.
Hi, this is Kyle from Green Hat Local SEO, and in today's episode, I want to go over a dirty little secret as far as why your SEO strategy probably isn't working, even if you've been listening to all of the YouTube gurus and podcasting gurus and everybody who's been featured on things like Search Engine Land and Search Engine Journal. So a lot of these, in fact, I'm willing to bet about 90% of these SEOs who you see all the time in things like I said, like Search Engine Land, Search Engine Journal, all the conferences, podcasts, everything like that. All these white hats all have one thing in common. They can do pretty much anything they want to do, and they will rank because they are working with big brands who already have authoritative websites. So all these SEOs, all these white hats who say that, you should only get links naturally by writing great content and waiting for people to link to you, never build backlinks, never write content with SEO in mind. I mean, literally, they can do whatever they want and it will rank because their websites are already well known enough that, people are going to link to them naturally. People are going to search their brands and click on their brands naturally. And these are things that Google wants. A big shift that happened in 2023 is that Google really started moving towards branding, which hurt a lot of local SEOs. And then you would hear these white hats crowing about how none of their websites got hit. They've just been doing white hat SEO best practices and just going by Google's guidelines, and everything worked well for them. Well, if people are listening, especially business owners who really don't have the time to learn about SEO and they don't really have the knowledge and experience to separate the bullshit from what actually works, they're going to believe this. And I'm sure a lot of you have too. And hearing these these talking heads, these really famous SEOs talk about just writing good content and not worrying about links, and they're still ranking and seeing traffic increases. Well, like I said, it's a little disingenuous because they were always going to get those traffic increases. How do I know this? It's because, one, I know a lot of these SEOs, and two, I used to work in enterprise SEO as well. No matter what, anything that we did, shit was going to rank. We could put out halfway decent content, it was going to rank. It would debut on page 1. And if it didn't, even if it debuted on page 2, every single time we wrote content, we syndicated it out. We put it out to our email list. People would have Google alerts set for our brand so that whenever something else popped up, we would, or they would get notified. And then because we were seen as industry leaders, they would obviously link back to us anytime that they wanted to write an article. So our our pages were literally getting links without even us trying. And that's the dirty little secret in SEO as far as why your SEO probably isn't working, even though you did everything the white hats told you to do. It's because no matter what they do, they are going to rank. And they know it. They just don't want you to know that, so they look like fucking geniuses, right? Well, you know what? For the rest of us out here, it's not that simple. We can't just fucking spin up a website, spin up some content, and expect people to start linking to us. And we sure as fuck can't just write content, not use any on-page SEO tools, and expect that shit to rank, right? And like I said, this is a little secret because a lot of these SEOs, their jobs in corporate America really are dependent on being as safe as possible. So if they do, if they do admit that, their stuff, they're going to, write whatever and it's going to rank, well, then they don't really have a job anymore, do they? On top of that, they want to be seen as geniuses. I don't know if you know about this or if you've realized, but there is a lot of ego in SEO. So these white hats, they have a vested interest in lying to you and towing Google's line when it comes to SEO tactics and recommendations and tips that they give out, which is why you really can't trust any SEO out there who says that they're using white hat practices or if they're working on enterprise level businesses, because no matter what, those things are going to rank. Now, for the rest of us, we have to know what works and we have to know what rules that we can break, which is why, whenever I talk to other SEOs in Skype groups or Facebook groups or anything like that, I get routinely laughed at or worse when I say, yeah, I built links with SEO Neo. I built links with Cloud Pages and Google Stacks, because to them, that's just craziness. They don't do any of that, right? So why would anybody else do that? They don't need to do that. And again, it's not Google approved, so they're not too keen on trying that or even letting other people try that. That's the other problem too, is people who start out in enterprise SEO get trained by these white hats who know that their stuff only works for enterprise level stuff, and then they go and perpetuate this bullshit, and then they're out of the industry in a couple of years, because once you get outside of enterprise SEO, none of that shit works anymore, right? So if you're struggling with your SEO and you've been reading whatever bullshit is getting posted on Search Engine Land, Search Engine Journal, you listen to any of the bullshit on YouTube, it's because they're all white hats, and no matter what they do, shit's going to rank anyway. So if you are a local business owner who is struggling to rank in organic or in maps, which a lot of these enterprise level guys do not rank in maps at all. They will if you ask them, they will fully admit that is beyond them. Yeah, if you're a local business owner and you're listening to all this bullshit on YouTube and Search Engine Land and Search Engine Journal, and you're not ranking, this is why. It's because they're playing a completely different game from you. This is like talking to a member of the 1%, and they're like, oh, you just, start off with $5 million and put it into an ETF, and then you're set for life. Well, motherfucker, how many of us are even close to having $5 million in our possession, right? These white hats doing enterprise SEO are playing a completely different game from us. So if you are a local business owner who's struggling to rank, then fuck them. Forget about everything that they're saying, and what you need to do is find somebody who actually works in local SEO and actually works for local businesses, and not somebody who works in local SEO for like Home Depot or for some major national chain. And again, whatever they're gonna do is gonna rank. Find somebody who actually is in the trenches every single day, working on single location or maybe 2 location shops, and getting those to rank organically and getting those to rank in Google Maps, because it's those soldiers who are actually down in the trenches every single day doing the work, and they know what is working today and what isn't. Right? These are the guys who are actually in there talking to their clients. They're actually tracking the KPIs and ROI, and making sure that their clients are not just ranking but making money off of this. If again, working in enterprise level SEO, if you get even like a 5% increase in traffic, I mean, that could be tens of millions of dollars, right? And then your retainer is being paid for. If you get a 5% increase in traffic for most local businesses, that's not really going to cut it, right? You need to get the 100%, 200%, 300% increases in traffic and phone calls and all that. And these enterprise level guys just simply do not know how to do that. So finding these guys who are doing local SEO and going in there every single day really is the key if you're a local business owner who wants to rank better in maps and wants to get more traffic. And you're not going to find them usually you're not going to find them on any of the major SEO publications or on the major YouTube channels. All the guys I know who are really great have YouTube channels with maybe 100 subscribers that are getting maybe a couple dozen views on each video. But really what you have to do is start joining Facebook groups, right? Facebook groups are a great way to learn from people who are actually doing SEO and not just fucking repeating whatever Google says. And these are the guys who actually are out there doing tests every day, monitoring what's working and what's not, really day by day and month by month. And then once you do that, you'll start to, you'll start to befriend some of these guys and get to know them. And then the real knowledge is going to be in private groups. I can't tell you how many dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of private Skype groups and Facebook groups and Discord groups out there with SEOs like me who are actually in there. We're talking about what works, what isn't working. We're talking about what we're seeing with our tests, what trends we're seeing, things like that. And the real knowledge, the stuff that is really going to be able to make a difference in your business, is really going to be in these private groups. Because if you think about it, these guys who are giving away information publicly either are, they're really not giving away any secrets, because SEO is a zero-sum game. If somebody else is ranking, that means you're not. So why would anybody publicly give away secrets like this, right? And so it's either that, or they're giving away stuff that worked, but maybe worked 6 months ago or a year ago, right? So if you are a local business owner, fuck what you've heard on Search Engine Land and YouTube Journal, even all these SEO conferences like Brighton SEO. They're just big masturbatory sessions for everybody. Everybody there is just there to jerk each other off and tell each other how great they are, when really they're not doing shit. Nobody up there is innovating, and nobody up there is actually every day in the trenches doing the work to rank people on Google Maps. If you want to learn the real secrets and real strategies, join some Facebook groups. See if you can prove that you're on the asshat and you're not there just to suck information away from people, and you can actually get in good with some SEOs. Then start joining some private groups. Like I said, I'm a part of a bunch of private groups on Skype or Facebook or Discord, and that's where the real information is being given. That's where we're in there doing testing and really seeing what works and what doesn't. And that's how we know things like mass page building still works, mass websites still work, mass web 2.0 link building still works, like with SEO Neo or Money Robot. Google Stack still work, like I mentioned in the last episode, because we're in there testing every single day, because every single one of our clients really is relying on us to get the most out of traffic, because they're local businesses trying to support their families, right? They can't live on just a 5% increase in traffic like these enterprise level hacks can. So that's about it for this episode of Green Hat Local SEO. So just to recap, if you've been listening to all of the SEO gurus on YouTube or Twitter or bullshit like that, and your SEO isn't working, it's because it's not designed to work for you. It's designed to work for major brands and enterprise corporations. And frankly, these SEOs don't give a fuck about you. If you really want to learn SEO that works, join Facebook groups, join and watch some of these smaller YouTube channels, and getting good with some SEOs, and start joining their private groups either on Skype or Discord or Facebook. Again, my name's Kyle Sabra from Green Hat Local SEO, and I will see you next week.